She stepped onto the jet, a beacon of triumph. But one fleeting moment proved that even victory can't always shield you. What would you have done in her place? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In Seat 1A, Monica Carter sat tall, posture sharp as a blade. She never slumped. Not in corporate war rooms, not on news segments, not here in first class. Her silver lapel pin gleamed with each tilt of her head, MC, carved in elegant script. A gift from her executive assistant when her firm cleared its first $15 million quarter. Monica had chuckled at the pin, but now wore it like a badge of honor. This wasn't just another flight to Chicago, it was the flight. She was set to seal a merger that would elevate her company into an elite circle, dominated by gray-haired men who traded jargon and golf swings. At 45, black, brilliant, and unfazed, she was ready, until a gentle voice broke her focus. "Excuse me, ma'am, I hate to interrupt," the flight attendant said, her tone soft but practiced. Monica looked up from her tablet, finger paused over her pitch deck's key metrics. The attendant, white, barely 23, flashed a smile that seemed to quiver. "There's been a slight mix-up. Would you mind switching seats with another passenger? He has accessibility needs, and it'd really help us out." The words were polite, deliberate, but something about them felt off, like a script read too many times. "Accessibility needs?" Monica asked, her voice steady, eyes sharpening with quiet scrutiny. The attendant faltered, glancing toward the back of the first-class cabin. "He prefers the window seat, your seat," she admitted. Monica cut in, calm but firm. "I booked this window seat 8 months ago, direct with the airline, premium fare, fully refundable." The attendant nodded quickly. "I understand, and we're so sorry. He's a diamond-tier traveler with us, one of our top—" Monica set her tablet down, her gaze unwavering. There it was, the undertone she'd heard before. Despite her accolades, her corner office, her influence, it was the same tone that once questioned her presence in the C-suite lounge at Vanguard Partners. The same tone that asked if her team had clearance to book her keynote at a global summit. Subtle enough to dodge blame, sharp enough to cut. Monica scanned the aisle, her eyes landing on him. Late 60s, white, hair neatly parted, standing by 1D with an air of quiet entitlement. He didn't glance her way, he didn't need to. Monica exhaled slowly, channeling the breathing exercises her coach had drilled into her. With a single nod, she rose, movements precise. "Fine," she said, "I'll get my things." The attendant's relief was palpable. "Thank you so much. We'll comp you something extra for the trouble." Monica didn't reply. She packed her tablet, grabbed her water bottle, and slipped her boarding pass into her purse. Her body moved calmly, but her mind roared with indignation. The walk to 5C felt like a marathon. She passed rows of polished suits and designer bags, faces that didn't register her existence. Just another black woman shuffled to coach, making space for someone else's comfort. In economy, she settled into the cramped seat, surrounded by rustling chip bags and muffled coughs. The irony stung. Her career was built on breaking barriers, securing seats at exclusive tables, yet here she was, displaced, diminished, erased. Her grandmother's words echoed, "Never let them shrink you, Monica." She reopened her tablet, but the data blurred. Her grandmother's voice grew louder. "Not after all we've fought for." Monica closed her eyes, the pressure behind them searing. 5 minutes ticked by, then 10. Then something shifted. She wasn't done. She stood, pulled her phone from her bag, and strode back toward first class, past curious stares and half-drawn curtains. She wasn't here to argue or beg. She was here to fix this, the way she always did. The same attendant met her, eyes wide. "Ma'am?" Monica raised a finger. "I need to speak to the captain and your area manager. Also, I want the name of the man now in 1A. The attendant blinked. "Is there an issue?" "There will be if I don't get answers in 3 minutes." Monica's voice was a scalpel, calm, precise, undeniable. The attendant stiffened. Behind her, the man in 1A glanced over, as did nearby passengers, phones subtly angled, sensing something brewing. A young man in the back, wearing headphones, tapped his phone's record button. The tension was palpable. The attendant returned with a woman in her 50s, her blazer crisp, name tag reading Lydia Brooks, Regional Service Manager. Monica stood firm, arms crossed, radiating the poise she'd honed in high-stakes negotiations. "Miss Carter, I hear there's been a misunderstanding," Lydia said, her tone measured. Monica tilted her head. "A misunderstanding suggests this was unintentional." Lydia glanced at the attendant, who suddenly busied herself with paperwork. "We'd like to offer a voucher for the inconvenience," Lydia continued, sliding a sleek envelope forward. "It's $800, and we'll refund your upgrade fee." Monica didn't touch it. "That man is still in my seat." Lydia hesitated. "You agreed to move, as I understand it." "No," Monica corrected, voice like steel. "I was pressured to move because this airline valued his preference over my paid booking." The cabin grew quieter, passengers leaning in, their attention no longer disguised. Monica felt the shift. The same electric pause she'd sensed in boardrooms when she spoke truths others avoided. Lydia clasped her hands. "Miss Carter, the gentleman is a diamond-tier member with over 25 years of loyalty. We just," Monica interjected, smooth as silk. "I'm the CEO of Horizon Ventures, which has driven $5 million in travel bookings for your airline this year. Did your system miss that?" Lydia's eyes flickered. She hadn't checked. Monica let the silence linger, her point landing hard. "I'm not here for vouchers," Monica added. "I want to know why a white man's comfort trumped a black woman's reservation, and why no one questioned it until I pushed back." The silence was deafening. Lydia cleared her throat. "I'll need to consult the captain." Monica nodded. "I'll be right here." The pilot soon emerged, a broad-shouldered man in his late 40s, badge reading Captain Delaney. Unlike the others, he listened first, his demeanor steady, like someone used to navigating turbulence. "I understand there's a seat assignment issue," Delaney said, his tone even. Monica met his gaze. "Captain, I paid for 1A, booked 8 months ago, full fare. I was removed because another passenger wanted my seat. I complied initially, but I'm asking for this to be fixed before takeoff." He nodded, absorbing her words. Lydia jumped in. "Captain, we've made the switch to avoid escalation." Delaney raised a hand. "If she paid for the seat, it's hers, no debate." Monica's pulse steadied. Finally, someone got it. Delaney approached the man in 1A, their exchange brief and hushed. The man's jaw tightened, but he stood, gathering his belongings without a word or glance at Monica. She didn't care. She returned to 1A, the leather seat embracing her like a victory. She buckled in, crossed her legs, and reopened her tablet, focus restored. The world had tilted back, just a fraction, but that fraction was everything. A timid voice broke her thoughts. "Ma'am?" A young woman, early 20s with wide hazel eyes, stood nearby, phone in hand. "I hope this is okay, but I recorded what happened. The way you stood up, it was incredible. People need to see it." Monica blinked. "You recorded it?" The woman nodded. "Just when you confronted them." I've seen this kind of thing before, but no one ever speaks up. You did. Monica studied her, then smiled faintly. What's your name? Jasmine Tate, the woman replied. Monica's smile deepened. Jasmine, if you share it, send it to me first. I might have something to add. Jasmine's face lit up, and she hurried back to her seat, already typing. The plane took off 20 minutes later, climbing into the sky. Monica reclined slightly, her mind clear. She hadn't planned to make a scene. That wasn't her style. But some moments demanded action, when staying quiet carried a heavier cost than speaking out. At O'Hare, Monica checked her phone. Her inbox was flooding. Jasmine's video, a 45-second clip, had no names but showed a black woman standing firm, questioning why she was displaced. It had 28,000 views by the time Monica reached her car service. By the time she settled into the back seat, it was at 95,000. Her words were sparse in the clip, but they didn't need to be. People weren't watching for a monologue. They were watching for defiance, for someone who looked like them refusing to shrink. Monica gazed out at Chicago's skyline, its towers glinting under the dusk. She had a pitch tomorrow, a deal to redefine her firm's legacy. But something bigger was stirring. She hadn't anticipated this, but she wasn't backing down. By morning, her name would be in headlines, and for once, they'd tell the full story. The video was spreading, and with it, a conversation she hadn't started but was now at the heart of. She was ready for what came next. The next day, Monica's face was inescapable. Headlines flooded her phone. Black CEO challenges airline bias. Monica Carter's Stan Sparks outrage. She earned that seat, trending across platforms. Jasmine's clip had exploded, shared by bloggers, then talk shows, then major outlets. Monica's calm but unyielding response had become a rallying cry. Whether she wanted it or not, she was now a symbol in a debate far bigger than one flight. She sat in her hotel suite, scrolling, the weight of it sinking in. Her assistant, Kayla, texted from the conference venue, buzzing with excitement. People keep asking if I work for the Monica Carter. You're iconic. Monica wasn't so sure. Fame wasn't her goal. Impact was. She'd built Horizon Ventures to carve out space for people like her, without needing to justify their presence. Her phone pinged again. Her older sister Denise rarely texted during work hours, but her message was clear. So proud, sis. Call when you can. Monica smiled, her resolve hardening. Monica slipped on her blazer, charcoal gray, same as the flight. Today was the merger pitch, a deal to position Horizon as a titan among minority-led firms. She wouldn't let the viral video derail her focus. As she entered the boardroom at 1 p.m., the air stilled. Not because she was late, she was never late, but because of who she'd become overnight. Eyes tracked her, whispers hummed. She pulled out her chair, ready to command the room, just as she always had. Kayla texted again, frantic. Everyone's talking about you. You're a legend. Monica wasn't convinced. She didn't chase headlines. She chased change. Horizon Ventures was born to secure seats at tables without begging for permission. Her phone buzzed once more. Denise's message. Proud doesn't cut it. Call me when you're free. Monica grinned, staring at Chicago's skyline, its steel and glass gleaming under the noon sun, unyielding, like her presence in rooms where she was often the only black woman. She donned her blazer again, charcoal gray, sharp as her focus. Today's pitch would make Horizon a powerhouse among minority-led consultancies. As she stepped into the boardroom at 1 p.m., silence fell. Not from tardiness, she was always punctual, but from her new weight in the world. Whispers trailed her as she took her seat. A white investor, early 60s, navy tie, flashed a broad grin. Ms. Carter saw your video. Bold move. really stirred the pot. Monica's gaze didn't waver. "I'm here for business," she said evenly. "Let's keep it there." The investor blinked, chastened. Good. Her presentation launched, flawless and commanding. Numbers danced, strategy shone, her presence undeniable, refusing to be reduced to a viral moment. But midway through her slide on client retention, the door cracked open. A woman slipped in, passing a note to the lead partner. He read it, nodded, then looked up. "Miss Carter, the airline's VP of PR requests an urgent meeting, here, now." Monica's face stayed neutral. Urgent? During her pitch? She'd faced worse disruptions. "They can wait," she said. "I'll finish." And she did, her final slide landing with precision that silenced doubters. Horizon's proposal wasn't just strong, it was game-changing. She saw it in their eyes. They wanted in. "Thank you for your time," she said, collecting her tablet. "I'm in my suite if you have questions." She didn't linger, leaving the room buzzing with her impact. 10 minutes later, the airline rep awaited her in a mezzanine meeting room. Monica entered, deliberate, closing the door. The woman, tall, white, mid-40s, stood and offered her hand. "I'm Claire Hammond, VP of PR for Pinnacle Air. Thank you for meeting me." Monica shook her hand briefly. "Miss Hammond, I assume this isn't about loyalty points." Claire's laugh was forced. "No, it's about the video, the incident on the flight." Monica sat, silent, letting Claire squirm under her steady gaze. Claire cleared her throat. "Pinnacle Air apologizes wholeheartedly. What happened was wrong. We're revising protocols and want to issue a joint statement." Monica's eyes narrowed. "Why a joint statement?" Claire faltered. "To show unity, and we'd love to explore a partnership. Feature you in a campaign celebrating Black trailblazers. It's a win-win." Monica leaned back. "If Jasmine hadn't recorded it, if it was just my word, would you be here?" Claire hesitated. "Well, it's hard to—" "It's not," Monica cut in, standing. "I'm not your PR fix," Monica said, voice cool. "I want no Black woman ever asked to surrender her seat again. Want a partnership, overhaul your policies, release your data, fire those who thought erasing me was fine." Claire's mouth parted, stunned. "Are you declining the campaign?" "I'm declining your empty gestures," Monica replied, opening the door. "This is bigger than your image." She left, Claire speechless. Back in her suite, Monica exhaled, her voice growing louder, refusing to be silenced. At the rooftop lounge, the air felt charged. The merger had closed an hour ago. Horizon Ventures now partnered with a global consultancy giant. Monica's name bold on the contract, not tucked away in fine print. The celebration was low-key, hosted by her team, but even in a silk blouse and slacks, Monica radiated authority. Kayla rushed over, beaming. "You crushed it. We all did, but mostly you." Monica laughed, warm and real. The first time she'd relaxed in days. Denise appeared, scarf still tied, eyes blazing with pride. "You didn't call after that airline PR nonsense." Monica smirked. "Knew you'd say go full scorched earth." Denise shrugged. "They had it coming. But you handled it better than me." Monica chuckled. The video had hit 3 million views by evening. Outlets clamored for interviews, panels invited her, and Pinnacle Air issued a new statement. Policy audits, an equity board, the offending employee suspended. But the messages from strangers mattered most. Black women, young girls, people who saw themselves in Monica's stand, sent notes of gratitude for her courage when they'd felt too worn, too scared, or too alone to act. At the bar, Monica raised a glass of sparkling water, toasting silently to staying here, to never yielding, to owning the damn seat. A voice interrupted. Hard to catch you when you're this big. Monica turned. Lydia Brooks stood there, hesitant, holding a small package, her expression no longer corporate. You came, Monica said, surprised but composed. Lydia nodded. Not as a manager, just me. She set the package down. No voucher this time, I promise. Monica opened it. A delicate bronze sculpture, abstract, its curves bold yet grounded, like strength in motion. My cousin's work, Lydia said. She's a black artist. Saw your video, cried, said she felt visible, asked what I did to help. Monica's guard softened, just a touch. I didn't have an answer, Lydia admitted, voice low. Monica held the sculpture, its weight grounding her. Tell her it reached me, she said, voice steady. Lydia nodded and left quietly. No theatrics, no need. Monica stayed by the window, the city's pulse below. Kayla reappeared, phone in hand. You're trending again, not the flight, but your Q&A quote after the deal. Monica raised an eyebrow. Which one? The one for young black women in business? Monica smiled, recalling her words, unscripted but true, resonating far beyond the room. She'd said, Don't beg for the seat, don't wait for it. Claim it, hold it, and make room for others. The words were now headlines shared across platforms. Monica leaned against the railing, the city's hum below, cars honking, people chasing dreams, arguing, living. She remembered herself at 10, poring over business magazines in her mother's kitchen, wondering why no one looked like her. At 17, being told she was too assertive. Every time she was urged to soften, to shrink, to settle. She remembered the flight, the chill of that first-class cabin, the silence of those who saw the wrong but stayed mute. The man's face as he left 1A, costing him nothing, costing her everything. But she also remembered rising, not just for herself, but for every version of her told to sit back. At the lounge, Kayla and Denise laughed nearby, music swelled. New faces from the partner firm offered toasts. Monica raised her glass, savoring the moment, unapologetic. This wasn't the end. Stories like hers never truly close. But tonight she claimed a rare prize. Joy that didn't demand she diminish herself. A seat at the pinnacle, untouchable by rules, pressure, or perceptions. The city gleamed below, daring her to be less than extraordinary. She wouldn't. The sculpture sat nearby, a quiet reminder of what her stand had sparked. Monica sipped her drink, her team's laughter filling the air, and for now, that was enough. The next morning, Monica woke to more headlines, but one stood out. Monica Carter's fight isn't just hers. It framed her not as a victim but as a force, amplifying voices long ignored. She scrolled through messages, some from strangers, others from allies, all echoing the same truth. Her refusal to shrink had cracked something open. At her suite's desk, she drafted a statement, not for Pinnacle air, but for those watching, waiting, hoping. Her words would carry weight, as always. By noon, the merger's ink was dry, and Monica's name was synonymous with resilience. Invitations piled up, keynotes, panels, even a documentary pitch. She declined most, focused on Horizon's next steps. Kayla burst in, grinning. You're everywhere, but you're still you. Monica laughed. Let's keep it that way. Outside, Chicago's wind carried the city's rhythm, steady and unrelenting. Monica stood at her window, the sculpture catching the light, a symbol of what she'd started, what she'd never stop fighting for. A new message arrived from Jasmine. Your quote's going viral again. People are quoting it in their bios. Monica smiled, picturing her words. Claim it, hold it, make room. Etched into the world's pulse. She remembered every door slammed in her face, every smirk at her ambition, every time she was told to wait her turn. Then she remembered 1A, the walk back, the captain's nod. That inch she reclaimed wasn't just hers. It was for everyone who'd been told to move. The lounge last night had been a glimpse of victory, but today was about the work. Monica slipped on her blazer, ready for meetings, for building Horizon into a legacy. She thought of her mother, who'd worked double shifts to afford those magazines, and her grandmother, who'd fought battles Monica could only imagine. Their strength was in her veins. She'd keep pushing. Not just for herself, but for the next Monica, the next Jasmine, the next voice waiting to rise. As she stepped into the elevator, her phone buzzed. A news alert. Pinnacle Air's stock dipped, their apology dissected online. Monica didn't smile. She didn't need to. The world was watching, and she'd made them see. The doors closed, and she stood tall, the city waiting below. This was her table, her seat, her moment. No one, not bias, not protocol, not silence, would take it again. She was Monica Carter, and she was just getting started. Monica Carter's stand in seat 1A on that Chicago-bound flight was more than a moment. It was a thunderclap, shaking the silence of complacency. Her story, etched in the viral video that hit 3 million views, offers 2 searing lessons. First, never surrender your rightful place. Monica, a 45-year-old black CEO, faced the airline's subtle bias when asked to yield her $800 window seat to a diamond-tier passenger. Her grandmother's words, "Never let them shrink you," fueled her refusal to stay in 5C, surrounded by economy's rustling chip bags. With heels echoing like quiet thunder, she reclaimed 1A, proving that a paid reservation, like earned success, is non-negotiable. Captain Delaney's nod, "If she paid, it's hers," affirmed her stand, a reminder to hold your ground against pressures cloaked in politeness. Second, speaking truth sparks change. Monica's confrontation, captured by Jasmine Tate's 45-second clip, it wasn't just personal, it was universal. Her words, "Why was a white man's comfort prioritized?" cut through the cabin's stillness, igniting a movement. By O'Hare, her inbox buzzed with gratitude from black women and girls who saw themselves in her defiance. Her quote, "Claim it, hold it, make room," became a rallying cry, trending nationwide. Pinnacle Air's policy audits and suspended employee followed, but the real victory was the sculpture from Lydia's cousin, a black artist who felt seen. Monica's voice, sharp as her charcoal blazer, didn't just right a wrong, it carved space for others. In America's corporate jungles, where bias lurks in boardrooms and first-class cabins, her story demands we stand tall and speak loud, ensuring no one's seat or worth is ever diminished again. What would you do if asked to give up your hard-earned seat like Monica Carter? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and comment to join the conversation. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more inspiring stories that empower you to stand tall and spark change. Let's build a community that claims every seat and lifts each other up. Together, we'll create impact.